Okay, lap of Bathurst. This lap that's coming up now, I did with about 43 liters. So that's just into the stint. I'll start with what I use as references, where I do what. Okay, so coming up to the first corner, 100-meter board, 50-meter board. I tried to brake on a race stint at about 80, I think. Let's see here. I should, yeah, see there I start braking. So it's about 80, 85 thereabouts. The temptation is high to carry as much speed as possible into the corner. It's so easy to go wide, especially on a fast track like this. Remember, this is a fast track. Oh, we can't see. This is a fast track. At just after 5, these two cars joined just a bit ago, a couple of minutes ago. So it's really not a lot of running. 70 degrees Celsius, 17 ambient, 17 track. So first one, just about 80, 85 meters. Brake quite hard, try to get the apex, but do not touch the curb. As soon as you can on throttle. You can go wide. You can go onto this curb. That's not an issue. I don't lose a lot of time with the Bentley on the curb. Even sometimes my wheels touch the grass, or but it's not such a big issue in the Bentley. The bigger issue is if you start losing the rear and get oversteer, then you can easily lose 3 to 5 tenths up the hill. So that was just about right. Going up the hill, you'll see. So on a Bentley, you shift at about 7,000 RPM, but I don't shift out of fifth. I take fifth all the way up the hill, and then this escape road here is one marker. I try to aim for about the middle of the road. At the start of the stint, when I come out the pits, I start braking at about 100 meters because then the tires are ice cold. But and the first lap after the stints, I start braking just about the start of this extra road, but in the middle of the stint, I aim for about the center of this road. When I'm doing quali on an optimal track, I aim for the end of this road. So for a race stint, start to middle of this should be fine. Then what I do is I brake, and as I come off the brake, I start going for the inside of the corner. If you miss the apex, you lose a lot of time. So brake. I'm already starting to turn in as I come off the brake. See, and then I try to aggressively get to the curve. I don't want to get on the curve. I want to be right next to the curve. This one was just about right. And then because of the camber, because of it being uphill, you can really go on throttle very quickly. I wish there was a way to do that better. You can go over the curve there. Okay. So I'll just go back again. See, I don't shift out of fifth. When I start braking, I go down quickly to third. Try to get as close to the apex as possible, and then on throttle again. You obviously want to avoid the wall. It's easy to drift wide into the wall, especially if you miss the apex. It's important that you get right next to that curve. Where is the? There we go. See, I'm right on it. I try to be right next to the curve, and if you are not right next to the curve, you drift wide. and then because of it being uphill, you try to get on throttle as soon as possible. All right, so up to the next corner. What I then usually do at the start of the stint, I lift, turn, brake, but it's in the middle of the stint now. So in the middle of the stint, I think I go just about full throttle through there, and just after the apex of the corner, I start braking. So yeah, full throttle. Okay, on the apex, I lift and I start braking, and then it's and then yeah, I don't know what to say other than modulate the car through the corner. So I should start lifting in the corner and then start braking. What you should also note is if you start braking there, the car will normally get a bit oversteery. So I think if we look here, I should counter steer just about as I start braking. Counter, yeah, go straight and then okay. So it feels like counter steer, but it's not counter steer. It's just trying to go straight as you brake. So straight, turn, lift, brakes, go wheel straight, and then try to roll the car as much as possible through the corner. Okay, cool. Roll that through the corner. Okay, so here you can go quite wide. You just want to get on throttle as soon as possible. You get a bit of rotation with the car on the brakes, but again it's uphill. It's quite steep. You can get on throttle early, so it's important to try and get on throttle as early as possible. If you take this corner in first, your entry speed is too slow. I've played around with it in the Bentley. If you have to go down to first, your entry speed and your apex speed is too low. First is too slow. You have to stay in second, and it's possible to take the corner in second. Okay. So over here in the Bentley, you can go on this curve. Especially when I do quali laps, my fastest laps have tended to be when I've gone on this curve. I think it's just the track is a bit shorter. Okay, and okay now this corner here, you'll see. Okay, this corner is a lot about just practice and confidence. So when I started, I would stay in third, even if I hit the rev limiter. Stay in third through the corner, and on the second apex I shift up. I've now got it up to a point where I can shift up before I get to the corner, and it obviously wins a lot of time. Turn in is much earlier than you think. You obviously don't want to hit the wall, but turn in is much earlier than you think, because with us being right-hand drive, you can get very close to this wall. So you want to get very close to this wall and then close to the other wall. So turn in is very early, and then get as much speed through there. Just go again. So yeah, it's hard to say exactly where I turn in. It's just on feeling. So I'm still turning. I don't think I ever go straight. The steering wheel never straightens. It's just like one long corner, and with a bit more steering lock. There we go. The next corner, you want to stay wide. It's all still full throttle. You want to stay wide through here. Then there's a so I'm about the center of the track, I think. I'm about the center of the track. You go down there, there's a compression, and then you turn in. I don't think I ever go straight here again. On the setup that I will send you, there is a slight lift just for safety. My other setup, you can take it flat, especially in quali, but not here. In the Bentley, you can just about touch that inside curve. If you run the curb, if you run on the curb, you will spin. You can touch the curb, but aim to be just right of the curb. The slight lift, Okay, well, okay, I think I lifted. I didn't lift on the entry, I lifted on the exit twice when I saw I was going a bit wide. See, just as close as you can to there. That's probably not something that you would try to tell someone a line to when somebody's starting to try to follow, but as close as possible, as close as possible. Okay, I don't know what else to say other than that. But again, see, I'm turning. Steering lock never goes off. It never goes straight. Now I went straight. This corner is tricky. If you don't do a slight turn in before the bump, you won't get to the apex. So it's straight and then a slight turn in on the bump. See, I was actually a bit too late there, and that's why I missed the apex. So that one wasn't even ideal. We just about want to get onto that one. That inside curb on the Bentley, we can just about take it, but I should have turned it slightly earlier. So just to get the car angled, if you, especially I can remember in the Audi, if you had steering lock on going over the hill, you would spin out. In the Bentley is a bit more forgiving. We're also running a bit more high downforce. But it's you get a slight turn in to get over the slight turn in just before the hill, just to get the car angled a bit differently, and then when you are over the hill, you can concentrate on taking the corner. So it's a slight lift into the corner, and then slight lift, and then power on. I lifted more than I would usually because I didn't turn in. I didn't get the car angled correctly. So that's why the lift was so harsh. Yeah. Okay. Now you want to go. Oh, sorry. Another thing is if it feels like you are going to go wide, just don't go over this curve. You can go against the curve, but don't go over the curve. If you go over the curve, it gets dodgy really quickly. Okay. Now you want to go left, straight, and then engine braking and braking going down here. So okay, let's run through it slowly once. Okay, so let's run through slowly. Left, and then it's engine braking. When you take the corner, you don't want to be on the brakes. Brake. When I go on the curve, I don't want to be on the brakes. And then you brake and stay as close as possible to the wall with a slight throttle, and then brake again. You're aiming for that left-hand side. Try to get the car under control and power on. I was pointing with my fingers, I don't know why. Okay, so I rotate the car, okay, this is what I try to do, what I think I do. I rotate the car to get it aimed just to the right of this wall. Then engine braking and braking. When you go over the crest, okay, so engine braking over the crest, then you have to turn slightly to the right. You don't want to be on the brakes. So it's braking, left, turn to the right. Braking, turn left, go over the curb, do not be on the brake when you go over the curb, and then brake hard to stay next to the wall on the right hand side. So it's braking over the crest with engine braking. Oh, wait, I left it with the brake as well. Sorry. So it's braking. Going over the crest, you go off the brakes. Braking again, going over the curb, you all go off the brake. Braking again, and then stay close to the wall, and then you aim for this wall, and then as soon as you are down, it's power on. Okay, let's just run through it once more at full speed. Brake, lift over the crest. Brake, lift, brake, stay close to the wall, brake. Oh, on. There you go. I don't know. Yeah. It's easy to lose the rear over here. So it's important to get a feel for what the car does when it goes through the dip. I've changed the setup a bit to be a bit more compliant. Job. Do not hit this wall. Okay. Do not try to go too close to this wall. It's easy to hit it. So around the wall, I go around the corner, and then I lift and shift down for engine braking. It's a habit that I got into with the Audi, and I don't know what's the correct way of doing it in the Bentley, so that's the way I do it now. So engine braking, go around the corner, then brake hard around it first, and then a good indicator is you want to be on full throttle when you see this Bentley sign. So it's a shift down and engine braking going around this corner. So in third. So we go up to fourth, then back down to third, shift down, engine braking, go down the hill, brake, and then try to hug the wall and on throttle as soon as possible. Go down. Okay, accelerating. I mean, you're shifting up at about 7,000 RPM. That's ideal. It's when the rev light starts flickering. Okay, now you can use all of this roadie on the left. It's not as if we are super quick in the Bentley going down the hill, but use all of it so that you can get straight as soon as possible. Do not hit the curb. In the Bentley on race fuel, I'm aiming for about 130, 135 braking. Do not hit this curb. The rear of the car gets quite loose, and especially if you throttle on early, the rear of the car will come around. So trail into the corner, and you'll have to get a feel for when the car is safe and not, but do not hit the curb. And once the car is safe, go on throttle. What sometimes happens is I go on throttle too early, and then I go wide. So rather just run over the grass with your two wheels than try to do anything fancy. Now, of course, I messed up this corner in this lap, but what I do is I look for this triangle here, and I brake. When the tip of the triangle passes the edge of my screen, I start braking. When the tip of the corner passes, I start braking. I go down to second. You don't want to go on the curb, and then power on as soon as possible. Obviously, that's not ideal. Let's just see a lap was better. So just into the triangle. Go close, but not onto it. It feels like you can never get on throttle, but you obviously can. So I think braking a bit earlier. If you struggle there, just start braking earlier until you get to a point where you feel like you can take the corner without understeering into oblivion. So yeah, that's it. So let's run through the lap. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to run it through that you can see the steering wheel and see my inputs like this. And especially up the hill so that you can see how much steering input I'm putting in. This is misleading, it should be PC2. Oh, there I made it PC2. Okay. Hold on, this view sucks. Okay. Okay, so that's it.